What's up guys, it's Dakota from FullHookPerformance. I'm here with Chase Darnell doing an install on our new double adjustable billet control arm kits. I'm here to show you guys a few of the features that really make our kit stand out from what's currently on the market. First off, the arms are made from 6061 aluminum. We've machined these hexes in the arm so that it's very easy to adjust while being on the truck. You're never going to be in a hard spot and not be able to put a wrench on it, make an adjustment. Any fine tuning, you never have to take the bolts off to drop the arm to adjust it. One end is left hand thread, one end is right hand thread. And what we did so that people know exactly which side is left, which side is right, we put these little dimples in here on the left hand thread. Also, to make it easier during installation, we labeled each arm on these flats: short upper, short lower, long upper, long lower, so you'll know exactly where your arm needs to go on the truck. We have kits for 94 all the way up to early 2013. They feature a 7/8 by 14 rod end, so if you've got a specific Heims joint you like to use, whether it's FK or a ballistic joint, it doesn't really matter. You can thread it in the arm and it'll work perfectly fine. Also, a big thing that we focused on during the design of these kits was custom width stainless steel misalignments. We're actually one of the only companies that offer the correct width for a Dodge axle bracket and frame bracket. So there's not going to be any washer stacking. You're not going to have to drill out any holes in your frame. So if you ever sell your truck, you can easily remove these arms, save them for another truck. This kit that's red in front of me is for Chase Darnell's truck. We're going to be installing those. Huge shout out to LV Strip and Powder. John over there knocked it out of the park on this killer color for Chase's truck. We also offer it in raw, which is what you'll kit in your kits. So another feature that you'll notice when you open up our kits is they have a custom foam that is lasered for each arm to sit in there correctly. It will also be laser cut saying FHP short arm kit, FHP long arm kit. We have kits for stock height trucks ranging up to a 2-inch leveling kit. And then we've got a longer set that is for a 3-inch kit up to a 5-inch lift. There's not going to be any damage to the arms during shipping with that custom foam. Each kit will come preset for a baseline. For someone that doesn't really know too much about suspension, they'll be able to just open the box, install it right on the truck, and if you need to make any fine tuning, it'll be super easy to do, but you're not going to be lost trying to figure out where to start. You're going to have a nice baseline to fine tune your truck, whether it be to a different tire size or a different lift kit, different leveling kit. It's not going to really matter. Alright guys, so before we jump into the install of these, go check out all the Instagrams that are tagged in the bottom of the video. LV Strip Powder, go check us out at FullHookPerformance, and also go check out Rupp Productions to see all the good footage that he's putting out. Alright guys, so enough about the arms. We're going to show you exactly how easy it is to install these kits on your truck. Alright guys, so we got Chase's truck up here on the lift. Obviously not everybody's got a lift to use. It's not bad using a floor jack. You need a floor jack and a couple jack stands. If you want to get the weight off of the axle, so you'll jack your truck up, get some jack stands, place them right about here. Make sure everything's secured before you start crawling under the truck. He's currently got some lift arms that he bought from another company. We're going to be lowering the truck back to stock height. We went ahead and installed some new Bilstein shocks, some powder coated coils from John at LV Strip and Powder, also powder coated coil buckets. We are going to remove the top arm on both sides, install the new upper arms, and then we're going to lower the truck and use a floor jack on the pinion to help us achieve the right position to install the lower arms. So you're going to need a 15mm wrench for this bolt up here on the upper arm, a 18mm socket.
Here, I got the socket right here.
I'm going to use it.
I think this little pecker head will do it. Let me grab the different one.
Take 47 and a half. We're gonna get here someday. Huge shout out to Milwaukee for not breaking that bolt loose.
We have the littlest tool they make. Still do. Oh, come on, get on there.
So always be aware there might still be some tension. So anytime you're moving or removing suspension components, always make sure everything's secured so you don't end up getting hurt. That's the last thing we want to see happen. So these kits utilize your factory hardware. If you need new factory hardware, you can get a hold of me and we can get you a set ordered. This really gives you a lot of fine tuning, especially instead of having all this thread lost in the arm. Our arms were built to utilize as much thread engagement as possible. So for fine tuning afterwards, you can use your eccentric washer still to get that little bit of adjustment instead of losing thread engagement. Also, that goes with our custom width misalignments. They are drilled out for the standard or the stock metric bolts. So you're not having to drill out these bolts to a 9/16 or anything like that, because you don't want to ruin your frame mounts. You don't want to ruin your axle mounts by doing that. And then you're really stuck running whatever kit you go with after you do so. So like I talked to you guys about earlier, if you come right here in the light, it's a little hard to see. It says SU for short upper. These dimples right here indicate that the left hand thread heim is here. That'll also guarantee that every time you rotate your arm, it will say FHP, the correct direction. So during installation, always make sure the left dimples are on the left side on either side of the truck. As long as it's in your left hand, it will go on properly. We have the custom misalignments machined to the correct width for the Dodge upper brackets. They're also drilled out to an M12. Depending on what year you have, that will change what bolt size you have. So if you're in the situation that we are in, we're removing a lifted set so the axle's positioned a little bit differently. What we can also do is set the axle on jack stands and it will roll the pinion back. What I like to do is I'll hook a come along or a big ratchet strap and try and get it to roll back by that. If you can't, then we're gonna have to set the truck down on the tires and try and adjust the pinion that way. What we ended up having to do is removing the lower arm. Push. Oh. We had to remove the lower arm. Push more. To allow us to move the axle. The lift that he had on it was too tall to try and leave the arm on. Always make sure that the suspension is secured. We've got the other passenger or driver side arm installed still to keep the axle in place. Also, we have the shocks that it's hanging from, so it can't actually fall. Safety. So just always make sure you keep yourself safe and in a good spot, always when you're working on the suspension. So guys, to get the bolts to line up, you're gonna have to have your buddy or a floor jack push up on the pinion, and that will roll the axle back into the correct place so you can stab your bolt for the lower. So these eccentric washers, they've got a flat spot cut on them. This one's actually welded to the bolt. This one has got a flat spot that's cut on the bolt, so they're at the same plane when you adjust it on this outer. So you want to run your bolt in. Depending on what tire size, you can either adjust the arm or you can adjust this eccentric washer. I prefer having more thread engagement in the arm, but there's plenty of adjustment in these arms, so you have nothing to worry about. In the install directions, I will put the overall length to not exceed so that you know exactly how far you can adjust these. There are notches cut in these brackets, and there's a line cut in this washer on both sides so you can match them from driver to passenger. Like I said before, short upper, left-hand indicators are on my left. They go right up in the factory brackets. So the way these are machined is the FHP, as long as you have the left-hand indicator on your left-hand side, if you rotate the arm, it will always read FHP the correct way on the outside.
That's a mistake I would have made.
See?
Exactly.
Stock bolt.
Indicators, left hand.
Left-hand indicators are only on the ends of the arms. So like I said, the custom misalignments give you the perfect width of the factory bracket. All right guys, so we are all done with the install. It was about 45 minutes. It'll take you a little bit longer with a floor jack, but really not much longer than 45 minutes. If you've got a buddy that can give you a hand, that's the best thing in my opinion. I mean, everything goes right on, no issues. You just open the box, you install it. Everything is very user-friendly, very easy to adjust. You should never have to take these back off. You can just easily adjust them right here. You loosen your jam nuts, it's a left and a right hand thread, you twist it, it's all done. What do you think about the install, Chase?
I mean, basically what you said, obviously the arms are super badass, they're cool looking, but my favorite part about the whole deal is the misalignments and how it's basically pull your stock arms out and throw these right in, because I'm the type of guy that when you want to do something, I want to do it now, I want to get it done, and normally I have to end up fabbing, cutting, drilling, all this stuff, and it just makes you mad. The best part about these is they come out, you pull the old ones out, and you put the new ones right in. Stock bolts, everything. So, pretty great product.
Like I said, go check us out at FullHookPerformance. Get you a set of arms ordered. Again, killer powder coating from John at LV Strip and Powder. Follow him on Instagram. Follow Rupp Productions. He's behind the lens, killing it. Super patient with my 400 takes today. But yeah, this is just the easiest install, honestly, that I've ever had. I was the consumer, and that's why I came out with these kits, because I was tired of the market really not having much to offer and it always being a pain in the neck to install. So check us out, get you a set ordered. You will definitely not regret it.